No.
Welcome back to another video. Today we are playing Stand Upright Rebooted. You guys must have either played or heard of Stand Upright once in your life. You must be living under a rock if you didn't. This game is basically a copy of Stand Upright. I'm not really sure on how they got the assets, but all the Robux the game earns will be going to the original game. How do I know? To use game passes in this game, you must buy them from the original games page, which means that your Robux will be given directly to the devs for Stand Upright. Considering the fact that this game probably stole the assets from Stand Upright, I think this is the least they can do. Our goal is to obtain the rarest stand in the entire game. This stand is called Dio's The World Over Heaven. I'm basing this off the rarity list in the game's Trello, so if you have an issue with me calling it the rarest stand in the game, then please go talk to those who made the list. I will do a quick explanation on how to obtain Dio's The World Over Heaven. You will first need Dio's The World, which you can only obtain from charged arrows at a 0.1% chance. Charged arrows also have a level requirement of 30. Then you will need our ultimate diary. You obtain the diary by defeating Heaven Ascended Jotaro, which you must be level 90 to fight him. After you get the diary, you must use it on Dio's The World to get Dio's The World Over Heaven, and the level requirement to use the diary is 100. To put it simply, we are going to do a lot of grinding. Anyways, let's start off by obtaining a stand. You can find arrows all around the map. You can also get them from shops or dungeons as well. As you can see, these are my stand stats. The main thing we are going to focus on is the attribute, because stand's value isn't just judged by its rarity, but the attribute is also accounted for as well. These attributes either decrease or increase your stand's stats. This will affect the value of your stand, so it is very important when you trade. I will try to obtain a good stand for farming, so I can level up quickly and obtain Dio's The World. Nice, we got one of the best stands for early game farming. This stand only have long range taco projectile skills, and we will be using them to help us cheese our way to level 30. But before that, I will continue farming for a while, so I can get some stands for trading later on. This stand have an obtain rate of 0.1%, and it have the powerful attribute, so I'd say we can get some decent trades with this stand. I later got Silver Chariot OVA, which is a 0.5%. Sadly it didn't have an attribute, so I decided to give it to my friend Jimpy here instead. Jimpy is a content creator that I highly recommend checking out. Same goes for Furnace. I will leave both of their channels in the descriptions down below. I forgot to mention that PvP in this game is not balanced. Half of the fault is on the attributes, which can give insane buffs to the stand. The rarest one buffs your HP and damage by 500%. There are also nearly no stun on any of the skills except for Barrage, but I didn't really mind its unbalanced PvP, since I do find it quite enjoyable. Alright, it's about time we start leveling up. I will be auto farming Jotaro Part 4 while I go to sleep for a few hours. I think you can tell how I'm going to do it by just looking at what I'm doing. Jotaro Part 4 gives a lot more EXP than the low level quests, which is why I'm farming him instead of doing quests, and most of the other quests are not auto farmable as well, and since I'm going to sleep, farming Jotaro is my only choice. There is also a skill tree which allows you to upgrade your stand's damage and EXP gain. There are also other stuff that you can upgrade, but I will be focusing to max out those two first. Alright, I will be back when I wake up. I'm back, and as you can see I'm now level 56. I only slept for 3 hours, so I was pretty satisfied with the levels we got. I decided to continue farming all the way to level 100, since I will have to reach there sooner or later. I will be doing the quests as they give more EXP than Jotaro. I reached level 65 after farming on Rohan's head for 20 minutes. Now we can do Dio's quest all the way to level 75. I reached level 75 after feeding Jotaro too many tacos. I also learned Hammond to do some extra damage. Now we are going to do Abdul's quest all the way to level 90. I decided to take a quick stop and obtain Hierophant Green Requiem. Taco Man was taking an unbearably long time to kill Kakyoin, so I think it's time for a switch. I got Demon White Snake, which is quite rare, so I'm going to trade this for a Hierophant Green that have a decent attribute. I traded my White Snake for a powerful Hierophant Green. I know it's an L trade, but everybody is expecting high offers for Hierophant Greens that have good attributes, so this is the best I could get. I then used the Requiem arrow I found on Hierophant Green to obtain its Requiem version. Farming with this stand is so much faster and easier. You can hide behind a wall and use pilot mode to attack the mobs. The mobs only attack your main body, so it will be stuck, and you are free to use all your skills on them. This is why Hierophant Greens with good attributes are overpriced, and I don't mind it at all. Now we should be able to reach level 90 easily. We reached level 90, which means that we can access the place where Heaven Ascended Jotaro is. I took a quick pause and fought Heaven Ascended Jotaro, who spawns every 20 minutes. The Ultimate Diary is the rarest boss drop, so I have to start killing the boss the moment I can. Sadly, Jotaro did not drop anything this time, so I'm going back to farming levels. We will be doing Giano Giovanna's quest for our final push to level 100. I finally reached level 100 after 10 minutes. Leveling up not only gives you stat points for you to invest in, but it also increases your damage multiplier, which you can check at the bottom of your stand stats. There are also shops and dungeons with certain level requirements, and they can help you obtain rare items faster. Honestly, I think the benefits you get for leveling is very good. Probably one of the best I've seen so far. Before we continue the video, consider leaving a like and subscribe if you made it all the way here. It's free and it will help me out a lot. Thanks. I found Car's mask while farming for Dio's The World. I got a little too excited and used it immediately. I didn't know it will overwrite the current stand I have, because Vampire is usually a sub-spec, but then I realized that it was Ultimate Life Form and not Car spec, so it made a lot more sense. Looks like I will need to get another Hierophant Green Requiem. Farming with cars isn't bad, but Hierophant Green Requiem is obviously better. I'm always on a high risk of dying while using cars. I'm definitely going to get my Hierophant Green Requiem back. I traded cars and Star Platinum over Heaven for a Hierophant Green with a godly attribute. To me this was a huge W. Cars didn't have an attribute, so it's worthless. Star Platinum over Heaven was also worthless and didn't have a good attribute, so I got rid of 2 useless stands to get a useful one. Sounds pretty worth it to me. I used a cursed orb I got from Jotaro on The World. I don't know why I used it on a stand with no attributes, but it was too late when I realized that, so that's one cursed orb wasted. Luckily I got another cursed orb from Jotaro, and this time I decided to use it to trade instead, since I still need a Requiem arrow to evolve my Hierophant Green.
Nice.
I traded my Shadow the World for a Requiem arrow. Now I can evolve my godly Hierophant Green into Hierophant Green Requiem. Now we are going to focus on obtaining Dio's the World using charged arrows. Charged arrows gives you a higher chance to obtain rare stands. Tusk and Dio's the World are only obtainable through charged arrows as well. The stand we are looking for is a 0.1%, so this might take quite a while. I will do Diavolo's dungeon if I ever run out of charged arrows. It's super easy to complete with Hierophant Green Requiem, and the charged arrows you get varies from 2 to 4. The only other way is to wait for one to spawn every 10 minutes, so dungeons is a better way to obtain charged arrows. I got a Demon Killer Queen after 1 hour of farming. I requiemed the stand and stored it on an alt. I might resort into trading for Dio's the World if I can't get it from arrows, so this stand might come in handy. I traded my Jotaro Star Platinum and the World OVA for Dio's the World. We were deciding who should go first since this was a multi-trade. I managed to get him to go first after a little bit of convincing. Now we just need the Ultimate Diary to evolve Dio's the World. I decided to go on a server hopping spree to look for Jotaro. Since we just need the Ultimate Diary, there isn't a need to stay in the server and continue farming. It will be faster if I just server hop to kill Jotaro.
3 hours later.
I've been farming Jotaro for over 3 hours. I've lost count of how many Jotaros I killed, and I'm starting to lose my sanity over one item. I honestly didn't think the diary would be that rare. I think it's time to resort into trading. I found a guy who is willing to trade me the Ultimate Diary for a Godly Tusk and some ads. So I went out on a hunt to look for a person with Godly Tusk and found one. I offered Hierophant Green Requiem, Killer Queen Bites the Dust, 1 Car's Mask and 2 Cursed Orbs. I don't care if it's an overpay or not. I just want that Ultimate Diary. Unfortunately I forgot to record the part where I got Tusk, but I managed to record the part where I gave him the items. The ads I gave to the person with the Ultimate Diary was 1 Cursed Orb and Car's Mask. I was trying to do these trades as fast as possible before the guy could get a better offer for his diary. I'm basically screwed if that happens, because I won't even have Hierophant Green Requiem to help me farm. I will be left with a useless Tusk Act 1 that can't do a thing. Luckily nothing happened, and we went through the trade. Now I can finally obtain Dio's the World over Heaven. This stand is very overpowered. It would have been better if there is a good attribute. I got another Dios the World, but it have a powerful attribute. So I traded my Dios the World over heaven for an ultimate diary and used it on this stand. You can see a huge stats difference between the current and previous one. I honestly can't give a review for this game. Some people think it's good and some people think it's bad. So it will be up to your taste for Jojo Games to decide. If you think this game might be fun for you, then consider trying it out. I will leave a link to the game in the descriptions below. The time it took us to obtain this stand is around 12 hours. Consider subscribing and leaving a like if you enjoyed this video. Doing both of these things will help me out a lot. I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.